Are you wondering how to get started and get your Alabama real estate license? Well, in this video, I'm going to break it down in 5 easy steps that you can follow so you can get started with your new real estate career. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate entrepreneurship and how to build your very own real estate empire. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. Everything in this video, plus a lot more, is inside that guide. So to get your copy, click the link down below, and I hope you enjoy it. So you want to get your Alabama real estate license, but there's just so much information online, and you don't want to dig through it all. So in this video, I want to give you 5 easy steps that you can take in order to get your license quick. So the very first thing I want to go over is the eligibility requirements. I don't want you to waste a ton of time if you can't even get licensed. So there are some specific eligibility requirements in the state of Alabama, and I want to cover those with you right now before we go any further. The very first one is you must be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident alien. Next, you need to be 19 years old or older. In some states, you're only required to be 18, but in Alabama, it is 19. Next, you're going to have to be able to show proof of residency in the United States. On top of that, you will have to show proof of high school graduation or its equivalent. Last but not least, you cannot be convicted of a felony or any crime that involves morals. So if you do have something like this, make sure you reach out to the Real Estate Commission and run it by them and see if it's something they're going to approve or deny, because the next steps do involve some work, and you want to make sure that you're able to get licensed if you go through all these steps. Step number 2 is completing the pre-license education. So in Alabama, you're required to complete 60 hours of state-approved pre-license education classes. And yes, I know, 60 hours sounds like a lot, but in other states, it's much more. So in Alabama, it's not that bad. On top of that, you do have some options. So you could do these classes online, or you could do them in person. Now, there are pros and cons of each. In person, you might be able to meet some people and do some networking, whereas online classes, you're still going to meet people and you're still going to have that interaction, but you're also going to be able to do it at your own pace, and it's much more convenient. So depending on which route you want to go, you're going to be able to shop around and pick schools that fit your needs. Now, if you do want to take the online road, I do recommend you check out Kleber Real Estate School. They do a really good job with online classes, and there is an affiliate link down below with different sales and discounts on their classes. So be sure to check that out. Now, inside these classes, you're going to learn many things. Back when I was going to get my real estate license, I thought I knew a lot about real estate. I was actually looking into flipping houses. I spent a lot of time on Bigger Pockets website, and I was in finance. My actual 9-to-5 job was in finance. So I thought I was pretty well rounded, but when I got inside these classes, I learned a lot of new things. So you're probably gonna do the same, and you're gonna learn a range of things from real estate law, real estate contracts, real estate financing, real estate math. It's really packed with useful information, and it's things that's going to keep you out of trouble when you actually get your real estate license and start practicing as a full-time or even a part-time agent. Step number 3 is passing the real estate exam. Now, in Alabama, to pass the exam, you have to get a 70% score or higher, and real estate stats show that only 64% of people that take the real estate exam pass the test. So this is a big milestone, and if you can pass the test, you should give yourself a pat on the back and celebrate. But I do want to give you some tips that will help you pass the test, because it is one of those things where a lot of people get nervous about it, a lot of people have anxiety, and if I can give you some tips to help you pass and build some confidence, I definitely want to do that. The very first thing is to understand the formats that the test is held in. So the good news is the test is held in multiple choice format. So when you read a question, all you do is go down and you check the one that best fits the right answer. So this makes things a lot easier. It is multiple choice, but it is a closed book test, so you can't bring any notes, you can't bring any textbooks, you can't bring any material into the testing center. All you could bring is a basic number 2 pencil and a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam. What I would suggest doing is I would suggest time blocking and studying 2 hours a day for at least 2 weeks, 5 days a week. Now, this is something that sounds like a lot of work, and yes, it is. It's definitely a lot of work, but it will definitely increase your odds of passing. And this is what I did when I was going for my real estate exam. The only difference is I found the textbooks really boring and I didn't want to study using those. So I found some different study tools that I can use, and I want to give you some ideas that will help you pass the exam. The very first thing is finding a study buddy and using basic flashcards. These flashcards can be found on Amazon and different websites for between $25 and $50. Now, if you want to save some money, you can make these cards on your own by using the material in your textbook and simply writing down the notes and making flashcards that way. The next tool that I found that I really did enjoy, and this helped me pass my real estate exam, and it helped me get the confidence that I needed to walk in on test day and feel confident to pass, is Prep Agent. Prep Agent offers a test-like simulation tool. It's virtual, it's online, and it will take you through a very similar simulation to what you're going to experience on the actual real estate exam. So this is something that I used, and it gave me the confidence I needed to be able to pass. Now, Prep Agent does cost money, and there is a fee associated with it. As of now, I believe it's $59 to $99 depending on which package you get. I think I ended up getting the basic package, and it worked just fine. If you want to check out Prep Agent, there is an affiliate link down below, so you can check that out. The last tool I recommend looking into is CompuCram. Now, CompuCram is pretty similar to Prep Agent. One thing that I do love about CompuCram is when you first sign in, it's going to take you through a assessment. It's going to be able to tell you what parts of the test that you're really strong at and which parts you need to work on. And that's one of my favorite things, because there's so much material in this test and there's so much material that you're going to learn in your real estate classes that it's hard to pinpoint which areas you really need to study in, because there's just so much and you don't know what things are going to pop up on test day. So having a tool like CompuCram that's going to be able to pinpoint that for you, so you can then go back and double down and study those things and become really good at those things, makes a huge difference. And this will help you build that confidence that you need on test day. So if you want to check out CompuCram, there is an affiliate link for that down below as well. Step number 4, this is submitting your application. Now, submitting your application, I put these two together. So you're going to submit your application and you're going to do your background check. So this is done in the form of fingerprinting. So you're going to get your fingerprints done, and then you're going to submit for your license application. Now, to submit for your license application, you're going to take proof that you completed your state-approved pre-licensed education classes. You're going to take your past real estate exam score, and you're going to get your past background check, bundle that information up, and send it out with your real estate license application. At this point, you're almost at the finish line. It does take some time to get this application back, but it does come back fairly quickly, and if you're patient, you're going to be good to go. In the meantime, we can start working on step number 5. Step number 5 is finding a sponsoring broker. Now, this is one of the more important steps, and it's kind of a fun step because you're almost licensed, and now you can get out there in the field, you can knock on some doors, and you can find which brokerage you want to work at. And this is a big step because picking the wrong brokerage can really lead to failure, and picking the right brokerage can help you succeed. So when I first started, I started out with a really small boutique brokerage. I moved to a larger brokerage that wasn't a good fit. And then I finally landed on a brokerage that I stayed at for 7 years. I had a phenomenal mentor, and I can say nothing but positive things about it. So you need to find that fit for you. Now, what I would suggest is you ask questions about mentorship, what kind of training they have in place, and really figure out what they have to offer for their splits. Because at the end of the day, there are so many brokerages out there, and you want to find a brokerage that's going to be able to give you support as a brand new agent and help get your business off the ground. Now, every brokerage is not a fit for every single person. It really depends how you want to build your business, and those are the questions that you want to ask. You want to ask, how do you help new agents build their business? Do I have access to a mentor one-on-one? Do you have training classes that I can attend every week for new agents? Is there a step-by-step program to take my business from 0 to 100? These are the kind of questions that you want to have when you sit down with these brokers and try to find one that's a good fit for you. Now, once you do find a good fit, by then your license application should be in. You should be ready to hang your license at that new brokerage and get started with your new career. Now, this is a really exciting time because real estate agents can make really awesome incomes, and it can be an awesome gateway business into the world of real estate. So make sure to check out more of our videos about real estate entrepreneurship. If you like this video, definitely smash the like button and subscribe, and drop it in the comment section below if you're going to get your real estate license this year. I definitely want to hear from you.